morning, good afternoon, good evening, Bernie here. In this video, I will compare and see if these $100 microphones, with the exception of this one, this is the E825S from Sennheiser, can compete with the more expensive Electro-Voice RE27N, which is about $500 as of this recording. And it's the one I always use for talking head videos like this one. Let's get started. As you can see, and I don't know if you have noticed earlier that I used 5 different mics in that intro, and I just edited it so that the flow would be smooth. The mics were plugged into my trusted Rode Rodecaster Pro with the settings and compression turned on. And mind you, I did a lot of takes. I will compare them one by one just for you, with the addition of some audio samples that you will hear later on. I will be using my Tascam DR100 digital recorder to do the sample audio without any effects added in post. So why am I even doing this dynamic microphone comparison? The answer is, why not, right? And since I already have these in my arsenal. And also for you to find out if these mics can compete or usable enough for your YouTube videos or other video applications. Anyway, speaking of dynamic mic tests and comparison, please note though that I am not going to be too technical in this video, just a real world comparison. And I am not an audiophile or even an audio expert by any means. I just happen to have these mics to compare. Anyway, speaking of tech specs, it has a cardioid polar pattern which captures audio in the front and blocks sound from both sides and back. And a dynamic mic is my favorite compared to the other types out there, like a condenser mic for example. It does a great job in isolating the sounds, which is really great if you're using it like for example like this one, home studio. And the room is not treated at all. And a dynamic mic is perfect for this situation. Yes, you can still hear a little bit of echo when you talk, but it's really barely noticeable, which I really like. So if you're in a pinch, a dynamic mic is your best bet if you're recording your videos in a room like this one or even in your bedroom or wherever at home. Another thing about a dynamic mic is that it doesn't need a phantom power at all when plugged into a mixer, unlike condenser mics which only works when the phantom power is enabled. So what do I have here? First, this is the Shure SM58, which is a workhorse and industry standard and mostly used as a stage microphone for most concerts or live performances, as well as studio recordings and other applications. As of this video, it's priced at $99 US, and when you buy this, it includes a microphone clip and a zippered pouch. The price of this mic is almost the same over the years, and it's a well-built microphone, which is built like a tank. A really durable construction with a very high quality internal shock mount system. And what I like about this one is that the diaphragm is made of a hard plastic, which doesn't look flimsy at all, unlike the Sennheiser ones, which are made of plastic as well, but with a rather flimsy looking plastic. And you will see one in a minute. The body of this one is metal as well as the mesh grill. And as you can see right now, the metal consists of 2 parts, and you will see the wirings are located here, and unlike the Sennheisers, which has a one metal body design. Wow, it's getting more exciting, and I hope so far that you are seeing a value in this video. Like if you find it helpful, and subscribe for more comparison videos like this one. And speaking of comparison, you can check out my Rode video mic Shootout in the link right here. Next up, we have this Sennheiser E825S. It's another dynamic microphone that is well built, just like the Shure SM58, with the exception of the diaphragm, which is a flimsy looking plastic compared to the SM58 as I described earlier. It's also covered with this metal mesh grill with a foam insert to help eliminate popping sound. This is priced a little bit less compared to the SM58, and it's $79.95 as of this video, which is a very good deal in my opinion, and I really think it's value for the money. And the best feature about this is this on and off switch, which is really a great addition. Moving on now with another Sennheiser dynamic mic. This time around, it's the model E835, which doesn't have the switch. And this is actually the mic which is in direct competition to the SM58 by Shure. The body of this one is also metal, but the diaphragm is also plastic, just like the E825S, which is again flimsy looking. Now let's talk about the price. It's $99.95 US and is also an industry standard for live performances as well as studio recordings. Alright, our next contender is the newest among all of the dynamic mics that I have right here. The latest in the market is this Rode Podmic, which is surprisingly good for the price. Right now, it runs for about $99 US, and a lot of people are using this with the cloud lifter. But in my experience, it's usable without one plugged into my Rodecaster Pro. With all of the effects turned on, I just have to boost the slider, although there's a little bit of hissing sound when you do that. Yeah, I just boost the volume and I'm good to go. Also, I actually compared this one to my RE27N, and if you haven't seen it yet, click the link right here. And now, finally, my workhorse. This is the one I use all the time. My main microphone, which is the Electro-Voice RE27N, and it's 5 times the price of the microphones mentioned in this video. It's a very well made mic, and as you can see, it's all metal. And it's heavy as well, kind of like the build quality of this Rode Podmic. This mic is the industry standard microphone for broadcast applications and been around for years, for decades. So right now, let's start with the Shure SM58. Alright, test number 1. You are now listening to the sound of the Shure SM58 using the Tascam DR100 digital recorder without any effects at all. Now, let's do a sample radio spiel. Recording from my home studio in Ontario, Canada, and you are listening to the sound of the Shure SM58 dynamic mic. How do you like it? Do you think that this mic is for you? Or do you think that it's worth the price of $99 US? Let me know in the comment section below and let's discuss. Alright, next is this Sennheiser E825S. Plug into the Tascam DR100 recorder with the same settings without any effects at all in post. Now, let's do some radio spiel. Recording from my home studio in Ontario, Canada, and you are listening to the sound of this Sennheiser E825S. So, how do you like it? Let me know in the comment section below and let's discuss. Third one is another Sennheiser dynamic mic, but this time around it's the E835 model and it's the big brother of the E825S. Plugged into this Tascam DR100 digital recorder, and I just toned down the volume a little bit. Now let's do a sample radio spiel. Recording from my home studio in Ontario, Canada, and you are listening to the sound of this Sennheiser E835. So how do you like it? Do you think that this mic is for you? Or do you think it's worth the price of $99 US? Next is this Rode Podmic, again plugged into the Tascam DR100 digital recorder without any effects at all in post. Now let's do a radio sample spiel. Recording from my home studio in Ontario, Canada, and you are listening to the sound of this Rode Podmic. So how do you like it? Do you think that this mic is for you? Let me know in the comment section below and let's discuss. And finally, the big brother of them all, this Electro-Voice RE27N, still plugged into the Tascam DR100 digital recorder without any effects at all in post. And now let's do a sample radio spiel. Recording from my home studio in Ontario, Canada, and you are listening to the sound of this Electro-Voice RE27N. And how do you like it? Do you think that it's worth the price tag of $500 US? Let me know in the comment section below and let's discuss. Alright, now we're back with the main mic right here plugged in right now to the Rode Rodecaster Pro with all of the effects still turned on. Okay, so did you notice any difference at all? Which do you like the best? What is your choice? Well, as for me, after hearing them one by one, I will still go with this RE27ND. It will still be my choice. I know it's expensive, but this one is totally worth it in my opinion. And this one really is a great sounding mic. Alright, moving on out to the next best sounding mic in my ear is the Sennheiser E835. Not this one, but this one right here. It's not muffled at all. It has this brightness, bright quality. And moving on now, the next great sounding mic after the E835 is, of course, the Shure SM58. This mic is an industry standard for a reason. This is widely used for concerts, for live performances, even for studio recording. This one can't be beat as well. And next, and my fourth choice is the Rode Podmic, which sounds better surprisingly. And I really thought, it's going to be the last. But this one is a great value as well. And you can't go wrong with this one. If also, you are looking for a great quality mic in terms of looks, this one is really great for live streaming and podcasting. Not only it sounds great, it looks great as well. And now, finally, my last choice is the Sennheiser E825S, the little brother of this E835, which is this one. And the fact that this one has an off and on switch is a plus. I like it a lot. Alright, overall, you can't go wrong with any of the mics shown in this video. Also, it will come down to price. So price-wise, the Sennheiser E825S would be a great choice for those who wants to have a great sounding mic but won't break the bank. This is really a great starter mic for those thinking of starting a YouTube channel or even starting a podcast. It's a no-brainer and will definitely last you for years. Alright, so that's about it for this dynamic mic comparison video. And please, do me a favor to share this video to someone you think is looking for a microphone, particularly a dynamic mic for their videos. I hope you find this video helpful. If so, give it a like and don't you forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And while you're at it, hit that bell notification icon to be notified with more awesome videos. Until next time, this is Bernie. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.